I'm seeing Mrs. Uyahleka.
So my wavula nje kanje. Asengishona phansi ngedolo.
Mina ngisumuntu amehlo ke. Already saying like naseyithombeni yabo hayibo kanti
Vuma.
But how many of them made promises to you that they didn't keep?
Uyabona emngcwabeni. Into zasemngcwabeni ziyaqina. Uyazi iminingi yokuthola umfazi emngcwabeni isho ukuthini? Shothi sohlukaniswa yiko kufa. Yazini madoda ukube ngiyazenzela na next year bengingamphinda.
What was your budget for the day? If there's a young man that's watching now and now he wants to do the same thing, so you must be prepared to vuma again.
Kahle. Uma ngeke ukuthi awuvumani indoda yami phela le. Indoda yami phela le. Sishadile mina lomuntu. Ngisaqala phansi ngiyafundiswa. Vuma. Tata wena shoota. Na uzopress uzobona lapha.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Linzito podcast with myself, Mr. Linzito, the number one motivator south side of the equator. And as usual, I ain't running solo. I'm with AK-47, Akani Matebula.
Hello, Lindsay, and hi to our guests. Hi to everyone that is listening and watching. I guess today will be a very exciting episode. We're coming to you straight from Sebokeng, Zone 14. The place is called BK Lifestyle. So, yeah, it's a well-established place, very nice, sort of chilling area. It's there on Google Maps, so if you look for BK Lifestyle, you'll be able to find it. It's on Hlapo Street in Zone 14, Sebokeng. Yeah.
Yes, okay, like you said, I've been looking forward to today's episode. And, you know, every year, because of the diverse nature of South Africa as a country, every year without fail, there's a couple of things that literally trends and set the trends. A few years ago, a gentleman proposed to his then girlfriend in a KFC, and it went viral. It went viral. I mean, I had never seen corporate South Africa come together like that, but they did. And all because of Mr. Hector Mkansi. Alongside Hector is his wife, who was the then girlfriend, Nonhlanhla Mkansi. Whew, I don't even know where to start.
Well, it's always good to start at the beginning, so so they can tell us just about themselves before we get into the other things, where you were born, where you grew up, that type of thing, and then maybe you can tell us how you met. I think that's a nice one. Yeah.
Okay, sanibona bafethu. Igama lami nguHector. Ngokwamkansi. Ngizalwa kwenye indawo bathi kuse eSillington Bushbuck Ridge. Ngisiphuma endaweni ekuthiwa yiLidlow. Then kodwa abazali labaphuma khona baphuma ePhalaburo endaweni ebizwa ngokuthiwa kuseNamahale. So ngikhulele khona eBushbuck Ridge. Then ngokukhula ke ngaze ngafika endaweni ekuthiwa yiSebokeng. Mangifika la eGauteng ngifikele eDaveyton ngaphuma ngayihlala ezonke izizwe. Ngaphuma ezonke izizwe. Ngayohlala eSpruit. Lentokazi yangithola eSpruit ke. Hayi. 2009 sahlangana ke sihlangane khona la eSebokeng bengize emngcwabeni khona la eSebokeng.
Okay.
Yeah, then sinesonto kusho kunenkonzo engikhonza kuyo. So kunabazalwana bala eSebokeng.
Yeah.
Then kwashona omunye umzalwane then seza sazobeka imember yethu. Ela ngihlangane khona ke nomama usesinonhlanhla. Ngimcela ukuthi ngicela ngiphakele ukudla. Yeah, yaqala kanjalo nje indaba yethu.
Hey,
isekudleni kahle kahle.
And I think normally you know we interview one person, but now we have two. So we have two people. So, and I don't want us to run with Hector's story without going simultaneously. So as Akani is already asked, let me also ask Sis Nonhlanhla, where are you from? Where were you born? And how did you meet your husband?
Sanibonani, uNonhlanhla lokhulumayo wakwamkansi. Maiden surname uSoldat. Then from Soldat to Mkansi. Ngikhulele khona la Isibukenge mina. Ngizalelwa khona la Isibukenge Hospital. Ngikhulele lana mangenza grade 12 2009. Mangizohlangana nobhuti sihlanganele khona la Isibukenge. Ngangakazi ke mina ngiphumi la Isibukenge. Selokhu ngila Isibukenge and then ngahlangana naye ke sisemncwabeni. So asazi ke ngoba nalo uthando lasemncwabeni namhlanje sisenjalo. Lazi lenza kwaze kwaba khona nomshado phakathi kwaba khona umndeni from uthando lasemncwabeni.
Wow, okay. So, I guess he didn't lie to us about how you met, nan. Because abanye abantu uzothi omunye uzothi hayi sahlangana so omunye athi hayi no, actually I don't remember that, mina ngikhumbula 1 2 3. Okay, no, that's great. So, I guess the big day that started everything, was it planned on your side, Uti, when we go out, this is what I'm going to do? Or is it something that you were thinking, Utayazin, I want to propose to this lady, but I'll see as time goes on where I'm going to do it, how I'm going to do it. How did that come about?
Can I interject there? Can I maybe just add a pre-question to your one? Before the actual big day, how long were you dating before that? Before Hector, you decided to get nkosikazi wami. How long was it when you decided no? Sengiyayicela isandla.
Uyazi leyo nto leyo kimi yayisemqondweni.
Okay.
Usho ukuthi ngimshada day 1 ngimbona ngamehlo nje. Ngimbona nje ngamehlo emncwabeni ngamshada. Because uma ungalandelela kahle istory sami, as from 2009 uma ngizothandana naye 2009 2010 ngahamba ngaya kubo ngayovela.
Okay.
Kokuqala. Then yathi 10 le yathi 11 yathi 12 mayithi 12 ngathi ngicela ukushada. Bathi awukaqede umkhwenyana ngathi ngenxa yokuthi ke ngiyakholwa ngicela ukumfaka iring yesethembiso. Then ukuze nalabazalwane engihamba nabo babone ukuthi angihlalanga nje.
Yes.
Ngiyafisa ngibona umshado la. Bathi okay hayi no ayikho inkinga ke yenzeke ngayenza ngokwesonto ke sahamba sashada nomama esontweni ke bafundisi basibeka izandla yila ngithathe khona isibusiso somshado. Kwasala leya note ukuthi nginesifiso sokuthi ngifuna ukushada lento mina engiyifunayo.
Okay.
Bonke abantu babone.
Ayibona.
So sahlala as from 2012 sishadile lokho kwasesontweni. Kwahamba 2012 13 14 15 amandla wekho because indoda isebenzi. 17 18 ngithi kuya mama ngiqokelelile kancane ake ngiyekeni ngiyoqedela ngoba phela ngaqina nginokho eminyanga. Ngahamba ke ngaya kubo ke ngayofaka isicelo sokuthi ngiyaqeda but bavuma ngahamba ngayoqedela 2018. Mangiqeda nje 2018 ngathi kubo sengifuna i-white wedding manje. Bathi hawu mkhwenyana usho ukuthi ufuna ukushada? Sengiyaqala ke manje nami ngoba namabendlele ngizosengibizwa ngomkhwenyana. Sengibizwa ngomkhwenyana ukuthi hawu mkhwenyana uyayizwa manje leyo. Senginikeza amandla nesibindi. Ukhumbule uma ngiyoqedela kulobola emalini engangiyiphethe ngangithi ngiyoqeda kodwa ngishoda nge1000 rand.
Yes.
So I called one of my wabangani bami ukuthi awungiboleke 1000 rand because imali engiyiphethe ishoda nge1000. Ngiyacabanga ukuthi la ngiyakhona kukudala ngivelile manje izobe sikhupha mhlawumbe kuzoba nama interest athile awazongibiza. So le 1000 yes le 1000 le ngifuna uyovala ukuthi mangabe kuthiwa kunama interest nyana athile ngikwazi ukuthi ngihle ngiyifake. Wanginikeza ke lo mfo wanginika le 1000 ngabanika ngathi ayiphatheni. Uma ngifika lapha ngenhlanhla hayi akunoma interest ama interest wabathi 500 mina no banike naleleni i500 le 1000 ayingene yonke ya basale ne change yebo banika no change ke manje bangibanika ibajabulele no change ke banginika idate yomshado
All right.
yaka 2018 sahamba ke nonkosikazi ke sashada after ukushada ke sasayina senza everything then 2019 bengayiplananga le ndaba yo ya le nto
Engagement
yenzeka
and
yeah because sishadile
Yes.
2018 and sesisayinile then kwenzeka ukuthi ke amaringi ngiwathathile ngithe kuye ngiphe iring le yamvele bexeka bengifuna ukuthi bayo resize and bawa clean then nale yakhe bese impinya kancane ngiyafisa man sishadile 2018 but akwenzekanga lento besifuna yabona into yayifunwa yimi emshadweni wami
Yeah.
ukuthi nje silenge ngentambo kuyi-aeroplane
Okay.
ngimbambile abantu basibone sirawunda nje egroundini sihambe nje kumphakathi wangakithi
kahle you are a romantic person.
uyayibona mina ngifuna nje sike basibophe ngamabhande silenge emoyeni ngimbambe eduze yabona
Bambona ukuthi
ya bambona nangimakoti iroko libashaya amakhanda yena ephezulu so into ngangiyifuna leyo nto leyo so one day uma ngabe sihlezi ngithi mina kuye asiye mall man and emqondweni wami kusekutheni ngoba asike siyobheka mhlawumbe ngingathola ama ring engawabheka ngiyamazi nje uma sike sangena nje emall uyathanda ukuthi abheke mo special ema shopping lawo athengisa ama ring uyathanda ukuthi masifika ngalapho afika bheke hayi lena inhle ngithi hayi njoba siye mall ngiyazofika bheka even though nginganamali kwamanje sesishadile last year sishadile nje ukuthi sifuna ama ring esingathi singatshintsha ngawo uma ngathiwa siyachintsha kanti ngenhlanhla kunale out esebenza lapha emaringini lena nginike lama ring engibanikeze ngihambisela ama ring ngasizwa umuntu engimaziyo then wawathatha ama ring ukuthi bawa resize uyangifonela uthendwa ukuphi ngoba bengifuna ukuyokulethela ama ring wami ngithi hayi ngisemall athi okay ke asihlangane ke emall ngoba mina ngise Everton ngithi nami ngise Everton alright ungawari ke uma ngifika nje ngizokutshela ke hayi sengithi okay ke akuna stress hayi sahlala ke nomama ke sizula lapha emall umama ulambile ngiyamazi vela asingeni siphuma ngadlanga uthi ke ayi uyasengilambile good shot uma ilambile ke manje sekufuneke manje ngidlala into zami hayi nami ngifunana nechinga lokuya toilet ngifuna nechinga lokuya toilet la ngizokwazi ukufonela out ungakuphi emall yebo kufuneka noma ngiwalande uyabona lento iyenzeka manje fast engqondweni kufuneke manje ngimtshela ukuthi yazini letha lawo ma ring manje sizodla lapha manje ngiyababona abantu babe propose emafonini angaze ngacabanga ukuthi ngizoyenza kanjani lento hayi man yenza iplan mkazi awu mama wahamba wayothenga lapha sangene eKFC wahamba wayothenga ukudla uma efika athenga ukudla uthoma ehlala ifoni yakhala ngithi hello hayi okay hayi ngilanga nasema nani eclicks so okay no it's fine ngizoyenza iplan ukuthi ngiphume ngize ku mama ngiye toilet ngiphume itoilet ikhona eKFC kodwa yeah ngiyaphuma ngiyangaphandle ngithatha ama ring ngifaka esikhwameni ngiyabuya angiyanga etoilet mina bengiyolanda ama ring kodwa kuye ngise toilet then mangibuya khona ke umama uthengile uthi ishmara idrink angiyithenganga uthi uyaza ngathi abakithi ngihamba nabo namhlanje khona into angayithenganga ufuna ukuyoyithenga emashopini wangaphandle hayi no akahambe hambe uyothenga na ishop lapha yana waphuma wayeshopini umthoma iphuma nje yaklika futhi lento ukuthi hayi shona lapha athenge khona thathile slip skip gijima ngiyalapha emathilini lo sesophumayo uthengile le order lena ngiyayibona bathi yes siyabona lo muntu uthengile uthofuna lunch box nokunye nje ukuzodliwa nje imkhona lapho okay short yena uzodla lento ukuthiwa lunch box engayazi ngicela nithathe lama ring nifake phakathi lo sisajumpa ngibheke emehlweni uthini sithatha lokho sekufaka ngithi hey uzozabuya lo muntu wena thatha lezi zinto lifake phakathi uyapropose ukuthi hayi bo thatha lezi zinto negama lokupropose wena yenza lo muntu uzongena man uyenza lapha yana hayi lo muntu abona ukuthi lo muntu angithika nabiza umuntu hayi ngempela babona ayayithatha ngithe uma ngithi nangu lapha sengithatha slip sengiwaphusha hayi nabo sebazobona ukuthi bayizokwenza kanjani ngempela awathathe usithi slip sakhona yini bamtshela ukuthi slip so elese sithengele kunalokho okay sharp ufuna ufake lapha ngaphakathi thatheke lapha yana before ba rap bafaka la ma ring lapha ngabe yangazohlala usestereo yabo uyangibona ukuthi ngimile lapha bengime lapha uthi manje yini ikuphi order ngithi hayi bengibabuza kunini isorder seniyazilwisa kunini manje isorder abaqathi laba bantu ngiyazilwisa kahle kahle ngilwela into engekho uthi hayi nawe man musukule wena uthanda ukulwa man yekela ukulwa nalabantu bazoletha mase beqedile ngithi yabona kugcwele vele KFC ayi sharp ngiphethe la necamera nyane yami ngifaka esikhwameni ngithanda vele ukuhamba necamera angishuthi ngaleso sikhathi lethi nje ngithanda ukubukwa mina ukuthi nginento bantu bayibone yabo hayi sihlaleke kuphuma uyi1 alethi order ngiyabona akaqaqeki nje emehlweni ukuthi iorder yasilethwa ngalendlela hayi akazi angajampisa afika ibeke uthoma iqeda ukubeka nje la ajike uma ejika uyajika nje uma lapha yana akahambi nalabo abanye bayaphuma istaff kuba nabantu abayi3 nje emathilini abasiza abantu bahlaba abanye sebagcwele ngapha akanaki next yena uyavula nje vula uyathatha uma sezofaka emlonyeni KFC sebafaka nezinto namaphephanyana phakathi kokudla kwethu hayi uma iqala athi uyayisondeza emehlweni wakhe uyifaka emlonyeni hayi lento imncithe man iphepha lani le ngithi mina dlana idlana lelo phepha afake lo shoti liyadliwa dlana lelo phepha le ngezela ukuthi phela uma ifaka emlonyeni ayenza ukuthi
kune something
iyayibona hayi angafuni kuyidla ayidonse le phepha lo mayidonse ngithi kunankinga inhliziyo yasho ukuthi kunankinga immediately ayivula nje mina ngiyaphansi hayi wayibamba ke le plastic yakhe wabeka ukudla eceleni wayibamba wayibeka ethatha wayithatha ngibheke emehlweni ayibeka ayi kwangazathi angathatha ngaphadle aphinda abheka ade iplastic lani leli ngithi ankosikazi mina nawe nje siyayifanele mina ngidla okwami yabo sengithatha lokho kwami manje sengiyadla ngekhathi ngisadla uyabona ukuthi ngiyadla ulambe uyephela ulambe kakhulu uyabona leni yadla ina stress wayithatha le plastic wathi ngivulele into okuqala wamhlaphe izinto ezithelwayo uma evula le plastic abona ama ring mayibona ama ring thoma iwavula nje kanje asengishona phansi ngedolo ngabheka emehlweni wathi mara wayathanda ukungibukisa ngabantu soqala manje yasivala hayi mara uthanda ukungibukisa ngathi vele bengikufuna lapho leso smile siyakudala leso smile ngisifunayo
But what I want to ask is because everything is recorded from when you go down on your knees.
yes
Do you know the person who was recording? Was that person recording on your instruction, or were they just recording because they could see what was happening or something was going to happen?
ngekhathi ngiguqa phansi ngedolo abantu baqala basondela kwaqala laba base KFC bacula uma becula abantu baqala nabo kuba aware abantu bebengeke aware ukuthi kwenzakalani but bathe uma eqeda ukuyivula ngiyaphansi ngedolo abase KFC basondela bagijima base bacula ke bacula umakoti ngowethu siyavuma abantu vuma yena umangela ukuthi awuvumani indoda yami phela le sishadile mina lo muntu ngisaqala phansi ngiyafunyiswa vuma nami sengiyaphansi uyazi mangilishaya idolo ngalishaya ngempela ukuthi ngezela ukuthi noma ngathi uyangisusa la abone ukuthi uyabona le ndoda serious ke manje vuma nami ngiphansi ngedolo lapha umakoti ngowethu siyavuma hayi ngithi hayi mama ngicela ungenza indoda emadodeni hayi ngiyacela hawu last year sishadile ngavela ngathatha icamera ngabuka ngiyabona sekugcwela ngisho yabona manje KFC iculile abantu umphakathi uyabona labadlula ngendlela emawindweni sebabona basondela uma immediate basondela bagcwala emawindweni bagcwala ngaphakathi kuyisiphithiphithi KFC ngithatha icamera le yami bengibeke lapha nginika wathi angimbona ngimazi nje mina nginyanyukile nje ngijabulile nje thatha wena shooter na uzopress uzobona lapha kanti uswaye nje kuleyo video babona ubona nje ngibheke emuva nje angimazi nalomuntu
ya instructor
ya shooter wena uzoyibona on off pressa lapho shoot video noma shoot ithombe konke ku right awuyathatha kanti kuna this guy owayendlula ngaphandle then uyena ivideo yakhe esebenzile because leya mina bengisishutela nje ngingazi nokuthi lo muntu uzoshoot into right but lo wayendlula ngendlela uGlenn Malobola uthe uma endlula wabona that thing wase uyama kusho ukuthi wakhipha ke iphone or icamera or yini le wayiphethe ayisebenzisile washuta ke from a window
from outside
ngewindi washuta izinto ezenzakala ngaphakathi eKFC uma iqeda ukushutha ke balokhu bayavumisa vuma indoda yami Glenn uvumani ngoba ngavuma kudala indoda yami yabheka nje ngithi vuma wena uzokuqeda uhlale phansi sidlela ngoba ulambile fast vuma hawu yini lo ungafuni ukuvuma vuma qala phansi kuvunywa every day uthando is every day lifana nevalentine lento lethi yafana nebirthday it's every day as long as the date ozelwe ngayo ikhona enyangeni oya birthday hayi avuma impela athi hayi ngiyavuma ke kuthathe ring ufake esandleni mangimfaka nje kancane kabjani ngifuna ukubona qeda phela mina ngingabili ngifuna ukudla ngizofika kulaba bantu uyayibona ukuthi lento kusho ukuthi kahle kahle iyamthusa akafuni ukuthi azabone emehlweni ivale nasebusweni hayi ayenza ke into yami ke ngaqeda ngahlala phansi
okay so one of the questions that was asked you've already answered it was the box meal because someone has asked okay everything is around what had happened at KFC. What meal was eaten on that day? So that one was
maybe someone wants to do the same thing. They want to know the right meal to make her say yes.
Could be, but also we must also not shy away from the fact that there's a lot of indoor damast narrative that is going around, and we all understand in terms of the economies and stuff that jobs are hard to come by. Money is not an easy thing to come by. And Butekte did say that as much as he wanted a certain type of wedding, he didn't have that type of money. I wanted to ask, what was your budget for the day? If there's a young man that's watching now and now he wants to do the same thing, and he's asking himself, Uguti, I've only got $500 on me, or I've only got 1,000 rand. Is it enough to go? I want to find out from you on that day, what was your budget for going out and how much were you planning on spending?
Kahle ngalelela langa benginganamali. Njengoba kuchazela ukuthi nokusebenza kusebenzeki. Bengiphethe u200 and kulo 200 sigibele besingakabi nemoto. Bekufuneka sigibele itaxi. Sigibele ngayo lo 200 leyo. Itaxi mangaphansi was 12 rand.
Okay.
Then su2 is 24 rand. Sakibela saye mall then ngangazi ukuthi kule mali le sizoya sibuye and mangabe silapha ya eKFC sizokwazi ukuthenga nge100 ukhumbule ukuthi streetwise 2 pap ngoba bekungasiplan ngisho streetwise 2 pap sizokwenza ukuthi siphume kule 100 because uma ngathi yabuka streetwise 2 pap is 39 rand close to 40 rand then uma si2 zizophuma uma sifika lapha eshintsha mina angishintshi streetwise 2 pap yebo yena uzodla lento yena iorder ngabona shothi ngiyabhalansa because kule mali yokuya nokubuya sizophinda futhi salelo at least 150 izobe khona nje imali nje society lesayini so le 150 le mali esiyisebenzisile lapha yana ukuthenga inani le box master yakhe ne streetwise 2 sam then sahlala phansi simanage lokho konke ngeyo just 100
so it was so it was a 200 rand that saved the day
that saved the day and yayenza okuningi yenza okukhulu kahle kahle ingeze ngiguqa ngamadolo le 200 rand.
So from your side, what do you remember, or what was the highlight for that day or in that journey?
Ekuningi okwenzeka ngaleli langa kuningi mara ke mangithi highlights ukugcwala kwabantu.
Yes.
Kwakungathi into eyayiplaniwe mina engangayazi mara engaplanwanga because ngicanga ukuthi from ukuphuma kwama cashiers
Yes.
from emathilini beze ngapha yiyo ephe nabantu abasemaceleni nje leyo sign ukuthi hayi khona into ezokwenzeka lana and then all of a sudden in 5 minutes time bese kugcwele abantu kungathi i-event vele bayibizelwe bayiplanelwe kugcwele and then the next minute vuma I'm like hayibo vuma bona bayazelaphi ke ivuma ukuthi uvuma ini ngoba sekuyivuma umakoti ngowethu ene mina ngisumuntu amehlo ke already seki like naseyithombeni yabo ukuthi hayibo kanti mara ke nje lo kuyagcwala kwabantu and then nokubonisa ukuthi abantu bayayisupport into enhle akuze kudinga ukuthi ayibiza imali eningi or ayibe fancy but abantu bayisupport into enhle bayisupport abantu bangasazi futhi all of a sudden kwakuse kuyinje siyavuma umakoti wethu umkhwenyane wethu nanoma sesiceda ukudla emall sebayasilandela ngasemuva naba yibo laba uye lona.
So whilst we are on the topic of money, Busi Mbele sent us a question and she's asking Hector to say, if money wasn't an issue, where would your ideal proposal location would have been? You did mention the one of the jumping out to the helicopter. Are there any ideas that you had to say that if I had all the money in the world, this is where I would have done what I did at KFC?
Empeleni uyabona ukube benginemali hayi bengizoyenza into ezobukwa emhlabeni bengizoyenza into ezoyenza ukuthi nama president uma baphaphama etseni before bayosicambela amanga ama speeches babone ukuthi hey kukhona indoda la ngaphandle kahle kahle sicindezelayo ngoba mfowethu unkosikazi wami ngiyamthanda uyabona ukube kuyangami bekufanele ngabe nombhedala la kuya round yabona kube yilo mbhedo osithumayelelo mayefuna ummassage avela press nje kusho umtofozi nje indlela engimthanda ngayo angimlinganisi angimfanisi futhi noma ngathiwa ngihlangana nabantu besifazana angimfanisi nabo angamfanisi emoyeni wami bengifisile ukuthi ahambe ngehelicopter bengifisile ukuthi adlala uyabona kube nginamandla naphesheya bengamisi bekangaba nemishado eminingi ahambe nje kuthiwa uyoshadela phesheya ashade nje indoda nje ahlala nayo la siphume nje sithi America sithi England ngomunye unyaka kuthiwa nje sishadile nje siyeswazini soshadela iswazini yabona kusho ukuthi ngamanye amagama angazi kahle kahle ukuthi bengamenzelani kodwa nje every day bekuzoba iChristmas nje every day bekuzoba iChristmas womshado nje kuphela namanje bengitshela abanye abantu ukuthi yazini madoda ukube ngiyazenzela na next year bengamphinda next year nje bengamphinda
so you must be prepared to vuma again
kahle lento akayazi ukuthi ingenzeka uyabona namanje nje ngiyasho ayike nje ithi gaqa nje imali ngiyibona nayi imali
uyamphinda futhi
yamphinda
and you know I'm listening and love is a beautiful thing. Love is a beautiful thing. Not everyone has the privilege of receiving it, and not a lot of people have been raised to give it. So it's something that I applaud. But my other question is, based on the budget that you had, all these corporates that came through as a result of the proposal, how many? Indeed, they made life much easier. But how many of them made promises to you that they didn't keep? That you look back now and you say, Yazin, I was looking forward to that thing, but that person lied. I was looking forward to that thing, that company lied.
I'm seeing Mrs. Uyashega. So, as you were talking, she was probably thinking, that company.
She's taking out the black book now. Okay, you can name and like I said, we don't owe no one anything. You can name them. If they promised you and they didn't see their promise through, they didn't. But I want us to start with the ones that really meant the most to you and that you really looked forward to, and you were like, hey, it's now 3 years and this present that we were promised is still not coming.
number one khona ngibe sikhuluma ngayo nje this week.
Yes.
Siyasho sithi hey, there was this company iGqom.
G-Gqom.
Yeah, iGqom.
G-Gqom.
They promised ukuthi bazosipha ipolo. And then ngaleso sikhathi besinganamoto and we were excited sizoba nemoto.
Yo.
So I'm sure that time you can keep all the presents, give us that one.
Yeah, but this one.
And khona nabanye ke even though ngeke ngisakhumbula icompany yakhona but bebesipromise nendlu.
Yo.
They are going to build a house for you even today.
Asayakha namanje. I'm sure they're still buying the cement.
Yeah, maybe it was COVID happened.
It's not coming.
Yes.
Yeah, because also I am privileged enough to know someone also who offered one of the when he owns a wedding venue. He offered, but I noticed that you guys got married in Joburg. His venue's in KZN, so it wouldn't have made sense. And so I do know someone personally that wanted to contribute towards the wedding. It's just it was an interesting question that also came out where people wanted to know did they get all those prizes that they were promised.
But maybe we're running ahead of time. If we can go back, I think there's part of the story that we're missing. You proposed, you said yes, and you were talking about this gentleman who was walking past and he took the video.
Yes.
And that's how the rest of us came to know about your story. But there's an element there that was not so great, where when people were sharing this video on my social media, as normally happens in South Africa, it doesn't matter how nice something is, somebody has to come up with a negative angle. And people are like, how can you propose a KFC? Of all places, KFC,
Yes.
So how was that, seeing, things blowing up on social media, especially the negative part? How did it come to you? Did it affect you in any way, and so on?
In fact, Akan, it was a journalist that that actually made the whole thing trend because of what the journalist had said. I think it was some Anele person who had said South African men are classless. They are now proposing in KFC.
Yeah.
How
did that feel?
If you look at Putekte and you look at Sisinotlata, it's literally two opposite. If you feel. Putekte is an extrovert. He's a people's person, and Sisinotlata is to herself. So now you have this beautiful thing that Sisinotlata has also agreed happened.
Yes.
And now the negative side of it comes.
Uma ngabe kwenzeka lezi zinto, number one, besinganayo into ekuthiwa i-Twitter.
Okay.
Nje mina nje nefoni le bengiyiphatha. Bengeke vele ibe ne-Twitter.
Okay.
Then bese kuba i-Facebook. Facebook bengenayo. But bengekho active that much. Then izinto nje eziningi boma njenga Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp benginganazo lezo zinto nje. Into ebenginayo nje iyona leyo lo Facebook njengoba ngisho kuphela. So uma ngabe bekhuluma ngalezi zinto bakhuluma the way bakhuluma ngakhona angizange ngilimale ndawo because ayikho ne one into engangiyibona abengaboni next yabona shothi bebeyikhulumela bona baphinde bayiphendule bona bebodwa nje uyayibona. So sezwa sisitshelwa ngakho lokho of which bese sekwenzwa ama preparations. So uma besitshela nakhona futhi asanganaka sabheka into mina ngeke ngabheka into yodwa bathi uma bayifikisa nje kimi lethu bathi khona this lady man anele okhulume 1 2 3 ngavela ngathi hawu yazini loyo muntu befaka istepisi sokuthi ngikhuphuke. That is why sila kahle sila sikhona nje kungenxa yakhe yena obecabanga ukuthi uyasiwisa kanti kahle uyasiphakamisa. So uvela uNkulunkulu uvamisile ukubukisa ngawe uma ngabe ezokwenza into ethile enhle kubantu. So uvamisile vele ukuthi kube nezinto eziqala ngazathi zithi angithi bathi makuzosa kuba mnyama. So ngicabanga ukuthi uAnele wayesilungisela and siyamthanda asimazi nokumazi masikahlangana namnika nehug simtshele ukuthi
Thank you.
She's changed your life for the better.
because leyanto bewuyisho yase KC namanje isekhona even manje uyabona nje nawe ukuthi hayi seyinamandla manje seyinamandla seyinembewu hayi inamandla uyayibona.
And yeah, so here's the other question. We all know, obviously, still staying in the township. Nezinto zabantu.
Yes.
And once you start succeeding, once things start opening up for you, and we're gonna say it as it is, velumon, J out of the blue, out of nowhere. And I'm not gonna ask, did you ever feel it? Because it comes standard. It's not a nice thing, but umona comes standard. Egas. I'm going to ask, when did it start? When did you start feeling that or now we are no longer umakhelwane, no longer greets us like you used to greet us. When did that happen after the proposal?
Njengoba ngishilo nasekuqaleni mina ngisumuntu onakayo kakhulu most special izinto ezikhulunywa ngabantu because ngitshela into eyodwa ngitshela ukuthi into ezokuphumelelisa abantu and into ezokukhuluma kabi futhi yini abantu so empilweni ikhona leyo nto kufanele uyinike nje ispace empilweni ese disappointment sometimes ungafuni ukuthi kube izinto ezinhle kuphela ezizokwenzeka. So that is why even noma bomakhelwana kungaba khona lezo zinto for mina nje thatha isikhathi ukuthi ngikubone as long as mina uyabona mina ngiyilo muntu wabantu. That is why uma ngivuka nje ngibona abantu hey sanibonana kanjani angizange ngishintshe vele nje ebantwini even noma besihlangana nababantu emall abantu sebesabe ukusibingelela bona baqabanga ukuthi mhlawumbe sizoqhoma cha siqhomi nalabo abafuna izithombe besibatshela nje bafuna izithombe asibona laba hayi asikho ready cha bafuna izithombe shoot isithombe udlula so kwaba njalo nje namanje nje ilife injalo nje even though bakhona bona abantu laba abazothuma ngabe uhamba nje endleleni bethi uyamona usiyaqhoma ungazi ukuthi wenzeni yabona yeah izinto ezikanjalo elokishini abanye abantu behlangana nawo beqala hey phela this guy unemali abakhampani business ibank limpe imali and ngaleso sikhathi nezikoloto benginganazi khona iStandard Bank yathi izobhadala inani ama debts wethu ngaleso sikhathi anginasikoloto ikoloto zethu I think isikoloto enginaso asifiki na 6000 you understand ukuthi number 1 awusebenzi ubani ozokunika isikoloto ungasebenzi yeah we understand so kwaba njalo abantu babona ngathi sinemali asinamali abanye abantu mawungandlula nje uthola ukuthi wena umbonanga yena cabanga ukuthi umboni sekashintshile lalela ngisahlalela okushini ngisahlala kwi-RDP house namanje ngihlala kwi-RDP house ukube nginemali bekuzoba ngibhilidi.
I hope the guys that promised the house can hear this because the house we are still waiting for the house
and kunebheki futhi nale lathi lizosenzela indlu lizosinikeza indlu namanje simile silinde yona leyo bheki ukuthi ivule phela iCovid indlulile akithi bathe iCovid yona emotion seyidlulile ke manje iCovid
akusena COVID
azibuye.
So we spoke about what you did not get, the house that was promised and the car
imoto. Yes,
maranabo, such a promise.
Yeah.
But okay, for those who don't know, what did you get from the companies, either the restaurant
yes, it's not saying yo, so maybe we'll start.
Let's start there.
Okay.
From pampering nje siqale lapho ama massages left right and center.
Okay.
That's treating ngathi si king ne queen. Every week siya massagwa, siya pampera, siya landwa sine driver.
Yeah.
And then makufika kuma gifts. Wedding azange sikhiphe ne cent.
Wow.
For the wedding.
And it was at Taba
planner, Precious the planner.
Oh, that's
yonke into endlini ke kitchen items, abo dishwasher machine, stove, fridge, Yo, ziningi
besingazazi,
traveling
dishwasher.
cases, vouchers.
Umngama kasawashi ngizandla.
Sekayintobetsa nje.
Awufaka nje.
And that time uphume bush uthi yini le?
Hey mfowethu, kwasho emva kwendlu kuneguma, kunalento esibiza ngokuthiwa iguma. Le. Manje ufaka emshinini.
And on your side, what is it that you still remember from the gifts that you appreciate? And what is it that, if I can ask, that you still used today from the gifts that?
Defy.
Yeah.
Njengoba chaza nje i-dishwasher isinike istove.
Okay.
Lese seglass leso
Oh.
uyapressa nje. Uyabona? So uyasipha ne-fridge. I-fridge nje enkulu.
Double door.
Yeah, double door. Hayi no. Ngijabulile nje nge-Defy. Angifuni ukuqamba amanga. Engenzele ikhishi lami lihle. Uyabona mawungena nje ikhishi nawe uyabona nje ukuthi even kuyi RDP mawungena ngaphakathi ngathi usesentini. Kuhle nje
Bangena nje
Yeah,
ithi, thank
no.
you Anele.
Hayi,
When you look at your kitchen.
Yeah, bangenzelile. Then nalaba inani be top TV abe basiphi TV
Okay.
basifakela ne
Dish yabo ne-decoder.
leyana yeah indoda isebenzi sometimes khona nokuthi bhekelele akuna generation engidlulayo because ngingabhadalanga i-decoder then yeah kanti ke nabo labo be-DStv bake bangibhekelelisa nje uyazi for unyaka wonke ngibheka wonke ama-channel ungena channel okuthiwa ivalile wonke ama-channel ngangiwabuka nje uyayibona ne-Hawaii i-Hawaii ngiyayibonga kakhulu yangipha amafoni yazi ukuthi ngiyoke ngiphathe ifoni yaka 14,000 bengingakwazi lokho kodwa i-Hawaii yakuyangiphathisa ifoni edulayo ngayiphatha yeah ngaze ngaba right uyayibona yeah so maningi ama gift
Yes.
esiwa receiveile maningi futhi ama gift esingakawa receive
Okay.
yeah then
Is there still a hope for the other gifts to come through?
sinethemba kakhulu ngamanye sinethemba kakhulu ngamanye ukuthi angasavela namanje
All right.
yes sinethemba
So when you were busy receiving all these things, you didn't have younger brother, younger sister bebafuna nabo ukuthi hey man ngibone ngathi bakuniphe ngicela or
yeah but yeah emndenini uyazi umndeni uke ukwenze lokho then into engikujabulelayo umndeni wethu awuzange usifakela ama pressure
wow, okay.
yeah imndeni yethu ayisifakelanga from Khabonkosikazi nangapha ekhaya abasifakelanga nje ama pressure nabo babonile because everything eyayenzeka bebenathi bebona ukuthi lokho sikutholile lokho asikakakutholi more especially emalini cha abakasihluphi because bayazi ukuthi ayikho imali esingathi mhlawumbe eyisambe esiqhamukile nansi imali esiyitholile uyabona inkomo zami ngiyitholile ke inkomo Nobe ngathi bengithembisa inkomo ngiyitholile sengiqedile ke queen
Yes.
kodwa ngiyitholile inkomo zami
Okay.
I wanna just take one step back where you said Snetem.
yes
So you've got hope and you've got belief. And keep being in contact with you up until now that we're together. You mentioned church a lot.
okay
How much of on a percentage basis, how strong a part does church and faith play in your relationship? And would you say it's one of the things that have kept you going? Because we've heard rumors as well that you guys are going through a divorce and things are not going well. Can you dispel that rumor for us and then tell us how deep are you as abazalwane?
awuphendula nkosikazi phendula
Number one nje umfundisi. So esontweni nje hayi 90% sisesontweni. Futhi impilo zethu zibheze esontweni. Impilo zethu ngicanga ukuthi nokuthi size sifike la sikhona is because siya believe ukuthi uNkulunkulu naye ube nesandla
Yes.
ekuthena kwenzeke. I divorce even neBhayibheli liyala divorce no azange nje sesicabanga ukudivorce azange.
Wow, okay.
So maybe that's the
Ilizwi
other part.
ngabathakathi.
kunokuthi ngidivorce uyabona every day mangimbona
Umshado.
ngibona umshado every day when I wake up ekseni nje Mangimbheke.
You're thinking
Kahle
new
kahle.
ideas to say Vuma.
Uyabona namanje engqondweni yami nginalento leyo ukuthi ukube bengihlala eduze nedolobha elihlakaniphile elithengisa imbali every day. Manje la ngihlala khona kuseThepo ngumfowethu. Lapha
Abana maflower.
abana
every
maflower.
time.
Uyabona manje ngiyacabanga ukuthi kube ngimenzela njalo befuna ngabe ngimenzela nje into entsha. Yeah, angicabanga nje leyo nto leyo kuthiwa i-divorce. Ngisho noma ngathiwa sixabane kangakanani. Angithi ke sisempilweni laba fowethu. Ukukhuluma nje iqiniso lonke sihambe sibe sihishane kokunye. Singaboni ngelise elilodwa. So kunokwenzeka uthola ukuthi siyaxabana. Uyabona ngimbuke nje ngithi jikisena amehla azasho nathi hayi amehla mase ibovu kanje ngathi usuzungibulala. Mangiqeda ukumbheka ngismayile ngithi akulungile ngesikhathi. Uyabona ama consequences wabantu ababili abahlala endaweni eyodwa. Kuyenzeka nje lokho. So but lokho akukaze kwanginikeza umqondo wokuthi mangimbona ngibona i-divorce noma ngibona umuntu engamshiya nje noma kuneni cha hayi namanje ngisho ngixabene naye kodwa mangimbuka nje into elungisayo nje iyodwa nje ukuthi smile kufanele ngikuphinde wena.
So what kind of advice would you give to somebody, a young man out there who officer ukshata, but maybe money or whatever else is an issue? What would you be able to tell him? Because from your story you can tell when abongabhekanga ukuthi what can I do, what can I not do? You just told yourself whatever I can do within lamandla now I'm going to do. So how would you inspire or advise such a person?
Engakusho mina ebantwini ukuthi if uthi kunomuntu omthandayo umthande ngeqiniso and yenza sure ukuthi umbonise ukuthi uyamthanda, because into esibulalayo thina ukuthi ekunethi sishawa inhloni thina abantu besilisa so kukhomba abantu bethu esithi siyabathanda ukuthi siyabathanda.
Yeah.
So uthola ukuthi ezindoda ngiyitshela ukuthi uma ngithi ngiyamthanda as long as ngimtshele ngalelelanga uma ngimshayela angiqoma avuma ukuthi okay nami ngiyakuthanda sekuphelele lapho. Cha akupheleli lapho, every day mbonise mtshele yenza izinto wena actor ngalolu thando uhlala ukhuluma ngalo every day. So that into yeni izokwazi ukubonda noma izokwazi ukuthi iqine. Kuloyo osalungisela ukufuna ukushada akenze sure ukuthi ngempela uma ukuthi so udecide ukuthi ufuna ukushada akayikhomba ingane yabantu ukuthi uyayithanda ngempela. Yes.
So if I can also and just all the thought that I want you to lose it, I just want in the same breath to ask you, Sis Nontlantla, to also give advice to young ladies, because your question was specific to say the young men. I'm asking the young ladies, young women out there who are wanting to get married or are looking at getting married. What advice do you have for them, and what is it that they should be looking out for?
Number one, masikhuluma ngothando. Imali siyayibala ngoba imali ithenga izinto esizithandayo ezenza ukuthi sibe abantu nathi bantwini. But ke othandweni imali ayiziqala. If kukuthi uthanda umuntu ngenzeka kwesinye isikhathi uthanda umuntu ngenxa yemali mara ngakuphathi kahle.
Yeah.
But if uthanda umuntu bheka indlela azokuphatha ngayo umuntu before imali. Shuthi not before wazi ukuthi usebenzaphi uhola malini, yazi umuntu kuqala ukuze ukhona ukumbona ukuthi uthando lakhe lugenuine noma kuzoba uthando nje lokho, because at the end of the day if usihlangene ngenxa yemali it means that imali mayiphela nathi kuyaphela ngathi. So if nithandana ngoba nithandana kwangempela nizokhona ukuqhubeka noma imali seyiphelile. Angithi noma ngathiwa uthandana nomuntu odlala ibhola umthandela ukuthi udlala ibhola shuthi makaphuka inyawo angasathola imali uthando seliphelile. But mangabe ukuthi bo umthanda noma ngathiwa akasana any means yokuthi alethe imali endlini, but wena ezomuntu osifazana ukhona impilo iyaqhubeka. Awubheki ukuthi ngoba ngangimthathela imali no kuba uthando. And mangabe kunothando that's why sizokhona ukuthola abantu abakhona ukuthi bakushade kaningi ngoba usukumbonisa nawe ezumuntu esifazana ukuthi angizelanga imali la ngizele wena.
And people with money don't have that luxury of doing the Vuma dance over and over and over. No, that's some beautiful advice.
No, you actually took, because I wanted to get from his point of view and also from hers. So if there are any ladies who are saying, Ish, yes, Nami, I wish I can find such a man, what would you advise them and say, Uguti?
Where are men found? Like, if they're asking you,
where and how?
Uyabona emngcwabeni into sasemngcwabeni ziyaqina uyazi iminingi yokuthola umfazi emngcwabeni isho ukuthini shothi sohlukaniswa yiko ukufa ngoba sitholane la vele bekufiwe khona so noma sibukana mina naye kanje noma ngayicabanga into akayicabangayo kodwa uma ngicabanga sithi asikafiki emngcwabeni asikakafiki
we have not arrived there where we met.
yeah so manihlangana endleleni that is why ngelinye ilanga nizophinda nishiyane futhi ngoba vele bekhanjwa kusendleleni nawe hamba nami ngizothatha le ndlela ngoba vele indlela ngithi zihamba siphinde zisplit yes so emngcwabeni hayi kuyamiwa bafowethu hayi sizofela la uyayibona.
Okay, yeah. I think before we close off, is there anything you would like to say to South Africa or to the world in general, either about yourself or Motando or anything that you feel you don't want to leave here today? Ninga kulumang, ninga kshong.
Pela, you are aware that you are the people's couple. Yes. You are Mr. and Mrs. South Africa. Yes. So South Africans want to know, what is it that you want to leave them with? Since we've known now that the divorce rumors was a non-starter, since we know now that the KFC proposal was not the first proposal and it's not the last proposal, abanye bovuma, they are still coming. What is it that you want to leave the viewers and the listeners with?
Ake ngiqale la kulama rumors we divorce. Uyabona ngoba sahlangana emngcwabeni. The day kuqala lento ya lama rumors bese semngcwabeni eDevito. Sihamba soyi2 sisemotweni etaxini. Uma bengifonela siyahlabelela emotweni bathi hey ngifonela i1 ya laba amaphephandaba. Uthi Hector ngithi yes uthi yimini uthe yimini batmani ngisebenza kunani ku le paper Daily Sun. Yes, Daily Sun. And Hector la ngine singakhona ukukhuluma ngithi yes ngakhuluma ngisemotweni sisemngcwabeni. Uthi wese sinonhlanhla ngithi nanga la eceleni. Bathi hayibo bathi nina nobabili niya divorce musinise court njengamanje. Ngithi manje sisemngcwabeni ngihamba nesiponono sami. Ngavela ngavula loudspeaker nje yagcwala nje etaxini. Ubaba lo wayeshadisa iBishop lethu ekusengemva kwethu. Ngize ngiyamkhwaza ngithi Bishop izwa bathi mina nonkosikazi siya divorce. Hayi wahleka lo sisi efonini wahleka ngathi okay. So engingakusho nje kwiSouth Africa namanje South Africa ngiyayithanda. Angiboni noma ngaba nemali ngaze ngiphuma outside phesheya lebo ma-America bokuphi kuphi but angeke ngize ngithuthe nje South Africa because iSouth Africa ingibonisile uthando and into engiyithanda ngeSouth Africa ayibheki ibala lomuntu as long as wenza into right then bayakunikeza support then engakusho ukuthi we love you South Africa sasengabeni saseyile yakhaphuliyeni siyohlala siyiyo kuze kube phakade siyanithanda South Africa izinto enasenzela zona zinkulu angaza zilinganiseki so ngiyanithanda South Africa so, thank you very much
okay that's fine
kuningi singakusho before siqala ngeSouth Africa ngicanga ukuthi singaqala ngama couples ashadile ukuthi emshadweni inkinga ziyaba khona mara inkinga akusize zokuthi sesiya divorce but inkinga izokukhula ngoba mangabe nihlangana ningabantu nisuke niqhamuka kuma background angafani and ukuhlangana kwenu kusho ukuthi omunye uzoza nomqondo akhule ngawo nomunye eze ngomqondo akhule ngawo but egcineni ngoba nina nenza eyenu noma owenu umndeni then nizoza nezinto ezihlukene ezwenza ukuthi endleleni niphambuke ningaboni ngasolinye but okusala lokho kwenza ukuthi nikhule othandweni lenu nikhule emshadweni and okunye engicanga ukuthi abantu abashadile kumele baqaphele noma ngathiwa lama challenge ayafika but umuntu abheka indlela akhuluma ngayo nomuntu wakhe because indlela ozokhuluma ngayo nomuntu wakhe ukwatile kuba yinto ehlalayo kulo wakho omthandayo. So abaqhubeke bathandane bazi ukuthi emshadweni angeke kuhlale kumnandi kuba nathi siyaba nazo inkinga zethu but silokhu siyaqhubeka namhlanje. And then ku South Africa namhlanje sisabonga. We always nje masinama interviews la lesisho ukuthi siyabonga namhlanje siyabonga because nezinto ababesinike zona ezinye zisi helpful nasempilweni yethu impilo easy ngenxa yazo siyabonga.
I've got one closing question. South Africa is asking, and I'm appointing myself as the spokesperson of South Africa, and I'm asking on behalf of South Africa, when are we getting our little Hector and little Sis Nonhlanhla? When can we expect our prince or our princess?
Or both.
Or both.
uNkulunkulu wake wasibusisa kwasho ukuthi ke short isikhathi besingakavumi kahle waphinda futhi ke konakala then ngiyamthanda uNkulunkulu wayizolo namhlanje usenguye kuphindile futhi
Okay.
kuthiwa makuphinda futhi ngambheke emehlweni ngathi this time akundawo awu ngeke nge25 nje sengibhekile ngibhekile uDr uThembisile wathi nge25 ngibhekile nge25 ukuthi kungenzeka nje usesomncane gijima nje mabaleni kamkazi noma ezobe sasezandleni nje yilokho nje engakusho nje South Africa yazi ukuthi
Slow standards.
kukhona okunye okungehla kwenzeke kulamalanga.
Our next episode will be, we need to get another extra additional mic for our third one. Yes. Anything from you else?
No. I think that's all.
Yeah. So from my side, Nati would like to bonga you for your time. Like to truly thank you, Sis Nonhlanhla, Hector, for sharing your story. It's a personal story. And for you guys to be so open with us. And literally this episode happened within a week because we were asked about what happened. We reached out to you. You were very prompt in your responses, very easy to deal with as well. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart or from the bottom of our hearts for your time. And all good things come to an end, but we'll be looking for that fifth Mike and arm for the new addition to the family. From my side, Mr. Linzito, the #1 motivator, south side of the equator, shopping away.
Thank you very much. And mitabuya futhi bikuthi kulungiswa ibuTV. Thank you and bye. Thanks again.
Siyabonga.
Vuma nami sengiyaphatha